Klaus, it's just so wonderful, to finally be sitting here actually doing this. I've been so excited.
Yeah, Amara, I couldn't agree more. It's a long time coming, this project. And I think, really, it's going to be something quite special for many people.
Absolutely. I mean, the married life, it just sounds so inviting, doesn't it? Like, come in, let's chat, no judgment, just, well, real life. But I'm curious, Klaus, for our very first episode, when we talk about laying a blueprint or foundational skills, what do you think is the absolute bedrock? Like, if you had to pick one thing to start with, what would it be for couples?
Oh, that's a tough one to just pick one, Amara, because, relationships they're complex organisms, really. But if I must, I would say it's the commitment to understanding, not just being understood, but truly making an effort to understand your partner's world, their perspective. That, I believe, is the absolute non-negotiable, the place everything else builds upon. Without that, everything else just kind of crumbles a bit, yeah?
Understanding. That makes so much sense. It's not just hearing them, it's getting them.
Exactly. It's more than just hearing. It's about, digging a little deeper. And that leads us directly into communication, doesn't it? Because how do you achieve understanding without proper communication? It's not just about talking, like many people think. It's about expressing yourself clearly, but then, crucially, active listening when your partner speaks. Really listening, not just waiting for your turn to rebut?
Oh gosh, the waiting to rebut trap. I think we've all been there, haven't we? It's like you're formulating your next point while they're still on their first. So when you say active listening, Klaus, what does that actually look like in practice? Because, it sounds so simple, but it's like actually really hard sometimes.
Yeah, it is hard because our brains, they're very quick. They want to jump to conclusions, they want to solve things. But active listening means first putting down your phone, making eye contact. It means really trying to grasp the emotion behind the words, not just the words themselves. And then, and this is important, paraphrasing what you heard. Like, so what I'm hearing you say is, or it sounds like you're feeling X because of Y. This simple technique, it validates your partner and also clarifies for you that you actually understood them. It prevents so many misunderstandings, Amara, you wouldn't believe.
Wow, paraphrasing. That's a brilliant practical tip. I think that just instantly makes someone feel so heard, doesn't it? Not just, listened to. Klaus, speaking of misunderstandings, I think a lot of couples, especially new ones, they get really scared of conflict. Like they see it as a bad sign. But from what I've, learned and observed, it's not if you have conflict, it's how you handle it. What's your take on that for our blueprint?
Absolutely, Amara. You've hit on such a crucial point there. Conflict it's unavoidable. It's a natural part of two unique individuals sharing a life. If you're not having any disagreements, it probably means someone isn't expressing their true self, which is also not healthy. The key really is to see conflict as an opportunity for growth, not a destructive force. It's about tackling the problem, not attacking the person.
Okay, so not attacking the person, that's a big one. What are some of those really practical strategies for like healthy conflict resolution? Because I think that's where people get like really stuck.
Right. Well, first, it's about timing and environment. Don't try to have a deep discussion about a serious issue when one of you is exhausted or in the middle of preparing dinner or driving in traffic. Find a calm moment. Second, use I statements. Instead of you always, try I feel X when Y happens. This reduces defensiveness, And then remember that sometimes the goal isn't to win the argument, but to understand each other and find a solution that works for both of you. It's a dance, really, not a fight to the death, Ja.
I love that. A dance, not a fight to the death. That just changes the whole vibe of it, doesn't it? Very, very profound.
And once you have those foundational pieces, the communication and the healthy conflict, then it's about keeping that connection vibrant. Because the initial spark, it changes. It evolves, Amara. It doesn't mean it's gone. It just becomes a deeper, more mature flame, really.
That's beautiful, Klaus. A deeper, more mature flame. I think a lot of couples, they mourn the loss of that initial intense, fiery spark, and they don't know how to cultivate this new, deeper connection. What are some of those things that keep that flame going, that keep the bond strong long term?
Well, it's the little things, the consistent effort. First, quality time. Not just parallel play like watching TV together, but actually engaging. Date nights, even if they're just at home, cooking together. Second, expressing appreciation. People often forget to thank their partner for the everyday things. A simple, I appreciate you doing X goes so far. And then, physical intimacy, of course, is vital, but also, importantly, emotional intimacy. Sharing your vulnerabilities, your fears, your dreams. That builds a kind of closeness that no amount of grand gestures can replace. It's about continuously choosing each other every single day in those small moments.
Choosing each other every day. That's just so simple, but so powerful. It really just grounds everything, doesn't it? Klaus, as we talk about these foundational things, I'm thinking about how people grow and change, even within a marriage. How do couples navigate that, individual evolution while still staying connected and growing together? It seems like a delicate balance.
It is a very delicate balance, Amara, and it's one of the perhaps more advanced skills. But it's built on those foundations we just discussed. First, it's about respecting autonomy. Your partner isn't an extension of yourself. They're a unique individual with their own aspirations, their own journey. Supporting their personal growth, even if it means temporary changes to your routines or a shift in dynamics, is crucial. That often means having honest conversations about what each person needs to feel fulfilled, both inside and outside the relationship. And it also means celebrating each other's successes, big or small, as if they were your own, because in a way, they are part of your shared journey.
Celebrating their successes like they're your own, that just fosters such a beautiful sense of partnership, doesn't it? Like you're truly a team. And it keeps things fresh, I guess, knowing that both of you are still evolving and exploring.
Absolutely. If you're both growing, you have more to bring to the relationship. You avoid that feeling of stagnation, and that keeps the curiosity alive, really. It means you're always learning something new about your partner and about yourself through their eyes. It's a beautiful dance of intertwining lives, but each still with its own rhythm,
This has been so insightful, Klaus. And I think for our listeners, it's not just about the serious stuff, is it? We also promised humor and relatability because, married life is it's also incredibly funny sometimes in the most unexpected ways.
Oh, absolutely, Amara. If you can't laugh at yourselves or at the absurdities of daily life together, then you're missing out on a huge part of the joy. Like the time I accidentally put salt instead of sugar in the coffee for 2 weeks. My wife, she just kept drinking it, thinking it was a new bold blend I was experimenting with. It wasn't until I had some that I realized my mistake. We still laugh about that, you know?
Oh, Klaus, that's hilarious. 2 weeks of salty coffee. That's commitment right there. You know, my husband, he once tried to fix a squeaky door by spraying WD-40 on the hinges, but he sprayed it on the door handle instead. We had this like really greasy, shiny handle for days, and every time someone touched it, it was just a mess. It's those moments, those perfectly imperfect moments that just kind of bind you together, don't they?
They absolutely do. It's the shared experiences, the silly mistakes, the inside jokes. That's the real glue. The kind of relatability that makes you feel, we're in this together. And that's what we want this podcast to be, really. A place where you can, nod along, chuckle, and maybe pick up a few useful ideas for your own married life. Yeah, a truly human experience.